Dude, Splitgate 2 has been the gift that keeps on giving all year round for the past week, and they're doing some things that are insanely cool. We just got another trailer. We're going to be getting more on this game this week, like at Summer Game Fest, and it looks way bigger than I thought it was going to be. There's so much that I have to show you here, and so much cool that they are doing, and like I'm glad that I get to be a part of this, is I guess really what I'm saying here. But it looks like they might be getting a story at the very least, a campaign at the very most. But yeah, I need to show you this, but there is some copyrighted stuff, so I'm gonna play the beginning, and I'm gonna try to avoid the copyright, but it might be inevitable. You'll see. So this is the trailer. It says something to fight for, launch announcement, Splitgate 2. Now, I'm going to break some of this down, but as you're going to see, it's got a Sam Barber song in it, which is actually a really good song, and not the song I would have picked for this trailer whatsoever, but it does work. I'm just not going to be able to play it for you guys. You can see. So I got to mute this one. So the trailer starts off with a unmasked character. They're putting a face with the characters in the game floating up into the air, and he's in this like some sort of scanner of some sort, and wakes up, and you see the rest of the characters are unmasked as well. Now, I could see people saying it's kind of woke, but at the same time, we have a normal looking dude as well. And they actually do kind of match what their skins are. But as you can see, we have another color there. This is, I don't know if they're pointing towards us getting another class or not, but it could be. But you kind of get to see some of the fighting, things like that. But then he wakes up. Explosion goes off. He wakes up. That's important. So he's in this kind of like alternate reality, and he walks towards this gate. So I'm going to actually, the music works really well with this. I wish I could play it. But yeah, it's all in this scanner, which I believe leads us to believe this is all in a simulation. Every single time he dies, he wakes up and then has to go through this portal, all the while chasing someone, and wakes up angry and mad just over and over again. Just tons of emotion, though. Something I did not expect out of this game whatsoever. And he picks it up. Did you see that? Do you see that? Hugely important here. Picks it up. It's a picture of a flower. What did we have earlier? When he wakes up after getting killed, he looks down at the ground and there's a flower there. He's chasing a child. This is putting story with the game. I love when games do this. This is what X Defiant didn't do. This is exactly what I said that this game needed to do, and they're doing it. I wish I could play the audio. I really do. Also, the other thing I will say is clearly, like, if you look at this here, this is like, they hired a cinematic studio to make this cinematic. It is very clear, and it lends to the question, is there a campaign with this game? And there hasn't been an announcement for it yet, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that moving forward, because I think they're the kid planting the flower. Oh my God! Wait. The feels. Oh my God. Oh, because he sees the flower and gets the flashback. Dude. But then he smiles. He just has that little smile. Puts the helmet on. And now he is. There he is. Back at work. Here, I want to hear this part. I haven't heard this. They don't actually say anything. Okay, they're unvoiced characters. Get up. What are we getting up to? All right, so then here's like the thing. It says Splitgate 2, June 6, 2025, Summer Games Fest. So this is the announcement for the announcement. Now, it is quite possible that they do the full launch of their game on June the 6th. Like they say, they're going into full launch. I doubt it, but it is completely possible. Now, if I do go and pull up, there's a couple things like in this trailer that I wanted to point out that are really cool. But I'm trying to pull up the roadmap. Let's see if I can find it, because I think this is important. Splitgate 2 roadmap. Here we go. Perfect. So it says that the full launch of the game is summer 2025. So there's a couple things here that are really important. Monthly map releases, reskins, changes, and more. Massive new modes, in-game events with earnable rewards, awesome. Weekly playlist updates, new power weapon, map creator competitions. Nothing in there about a campaign or story or anything like that. But man, that trailer is good. It hits you in the feels. It gets you, it makes me want to play as the orange character in game, which was the character that I didn't play as at all. Also, if we look in beyond, it says more weapons, more maps, more modes, more events, more skins, more surprises. And then one more massive surprise. See right here, one more. Are they going to have a campaign? A free-to-play campaign? If they have a free-to-play campaign and they do a story, they are putting Call of Duty in their freaking place. Because Call of Duty has said time and time again that they will not do free-to-play because they have a campaign and all of this other stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what this one more massive surprise is, but I'm kind of hoping it's a story, because that trailer made me want a story out of this. And if they're doing that, I'm immensely surprised. Now, a couple little Easter eggs and things that you can find throughout this. Number one, the length of the video, 147. Elgato, you need to work here. Now, you may notice if you go to a couple of their older trailers, they have done this before one other time. And now, of course, I can't find it, but maybe I can't find it, but they've done it before. I know that they've done it before. But the interesting thing about this is the 147, their studio name is 1047 Studios, right? So that's where this comes from. But yeah, this trailer is something we haven't seen before. And I have a feeling that during Summer Game Fest, they are going to announce that they are going to do at the very least, have story in their campaign, and maybe even a campaign. Now, either way, this is something I kind of want to cover, more or less. We're going to cover Splitgate 2 on this channel. We've already started doing that, so like no surprise there whatsoever. But like I want to cover this more because this looks cool. Like there's very clearly in some sort of simulation. And the cool thing about this is if you actually pay attention to this trailer, and as we go through, he wakes up and they're always without a helmet. I think that's actually important. Like it's putting a face with the character is cool. But you can see here, he runs in, kills that person, goes to kill this person. Boom, grenade goes off. Immediately wakes up. Okay. In a dream, in a trance, sees the kid, right? Chases after the kid, but then wakes up again. Wakes up, goes back into the simulation, dies again. Boom, shot in the back, wakes up. So it's like this sort of simulation thing living through this, but we don't know what the full story of it is, but it adds mystery. It adds story. It adds more to the characters. And I love that. And I'm really, really hoping we see more of this, because 1047, if you guys see this, and I've talked a lot of really, really good things about you guys, the communication that you guys have had, the gameplay as a whole, and now the story, you're starting to build something I can really get on board with. And the one thing that I said is the way that you build retention into your game is you make the world feel real. That is what this scene is doing. And then on top of that, you add in story, you add in mystery, and then the retention. The retention is the last thing you need. And I think with ranked play or SR in your base game modes is how you do that, as well as a bunch of earnable stuff in game. Splitgate 2 is onto something really big. I hope they knock it out of the park with with X Defiant shutting down literally today. It's a really good time for this to come out because Call of Duty is down bad. Everyone's looking for a first-person shooters. You add story, you add earnable rewards, you add all of this. You would make better events than Call of Duty does. You're in a really, really good place. So what I see here is really good. And let's be honest, this scene here at the end, like this looks... They're doing something. They're doing something. The flower too. Well done.